So each picture is linked to their website so they can go buy the games, and they have a little description of the games. I did the ABCs, the shapes, and the numbers because I mean you need all those things for school and for life. The toys was really important for me, and then finally I did a contest, which it has a feedback form, which everybody can go do it, and if they want to give me feedback on my website, they can. Also, they can write comment on my website if they have concerns, questions, or anything. They can go. Also, you can go like it on Facebook. That's just nice. You can go and like it. But we do it outside of school. Now, as I had this really this wonderful website sitting there. I was done. I was finally done. And then I had my weekly meeting with Ms. Perry and Ms. Bailey. So I thought I was done. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I went every single website and I was like, I'm done. And they were like, they did it. Well, they told them I was done. But, so they were talking about it. They looked at my website. They gave me some feedback. And then Ms. Bailey said to fix some grammar stuff in there. So I did. And then Ms. Perry was like, well, what are you going to do next? I was like, what do you mean? Well, you have this wonderful website sitting there. What are you going to do with it? And I was like, I don't know. She was like, you should have a parent meeting. You should have a parent meeting with minor IC parents so they can know more about your website. And I was like, okay, parent meeting, who do I contact? So she gave it Miss Pierrot. She's a district curriculum. So I contact her, I email her, I polish my emails, and I email her. And she replied soon to me and say, yes, we would love to meet with you. I think you have a wonderful idea at this website. So I did. She didn't have opening scheduled that week, so we had to meet until next week, which was April 13th. So I met with her. She told me my website was a great idea, great research for parents, and she was like, we should have a parent meeting on May 4th. And I was like, that sounds great. And she was going to contact parents to go to a parent meeting. And then I was really happy. I was really excited about the parent meeting. She emailed me next, like 2 weeks after, and saying that the parent meeting couldn't happen because many parents couldn't attend. And they were mostly, there's like English. So she was like, maybe you should try to see if there's other programs around, or other meetings around where you can present. There was no parents meeting around, so I didn't have my parent meeting, which I was really disappointed, but I didn't stop there. I still wanted to get feedback from my website, and I still wanted to get this community. So I advertised. I basically created this flyer. I attached my website link, my little description, and a form, and I went all around. I went downtown Manor. So in the way I stopped, grabbed tape, and go walk straight to the house and put it right there. It was so creepy, just going up there. I don't know how come people do it, but it felt so creepy for me. And sometimes owners had dogs. I had dogs. There were sometimes I felt like running from dogs because I had like bad experience with dogs before. But I didn't. I just didn't know. I was like, they're not going to do anything to you. They're not going to do anything. So I went in this house, and dogs started barking at me, and I was like, I just started running because I was like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. So I distributed all around Manor, which helped me a lot because they got really feedback from me. Also, my mentor, Dora Rodriguez, as I mentioned before, she emailed it to her coworkers and gave it to her students to take home also, that was really nice because one day I just got home. My little brother has her as a teacher. So I went home and my brother was like, you should help me with my homework. So I don't know how to do it. And I was like, sure, I'll help you. So I went through his stuff and I saw like the flyer and I was like, what? Oh my gosh, she really did it. And I got really excited and I was like, oh, she's totally deserving a thank you letter at the end of this. So I'm working on a thank you letter. So I got the feedback form. These are some of the questions that I decided to include my PowerPoint because I think they're really useful for me. And was the game section useful? This was important to me to know because I needed to know if parents and child were taking the time to play these games and if they were helpful for them, if they were educational, and if they were not that boring. Or also that the articles help you get a better understanding of early education. This is really important for my whole website because I needed for parents to know what early education is and take the time to go through these articles and read them and spend at least like 20 minutes. They're not long, everybody can read them. And it was really important for me because mostly of them read it and took the time to read them. Will you come back and visit us? This was really important because if you have this boring website and no one goes back, they just go one time and they don't come back, that means they did a good job or they didn't like something. Which mostly of them say they will come back, which that makes me happy, saying that they will keep using this website as a research or to play with their kids or read the articles more. Was I able to find what I was looking for? This is also really important because if parents are not able to find what they're looking for in this website, they're just going to leave. They're going to forget about this website. They're not going to come. They're not going to even look at it, not even go to URL. So this was really important for me to know that parents were finding what they needed, and if they were not finding, they will email me or write something, the feedback form. Aurora has specified where you were our visit. Most of them were really very specified, so they will means that will most likely come back, that they found something really interesting in the website, and that they took the time to look through it. Well, as you can see here, my activity for my website, it goes up and down. From here with 0, that means when I didn't have no advertisement, when I didn't have my weekly meeting with Ms. Perry and Ms. Bailey, and then as you can see, it went up when my mentor Rodriguez emailed it, and then it got down because I logged off, and I didn't do no advertising during that week, which felt so bad. But then I started going around houses and made a community, and then it went up, and I haven't checked this last week, but I'm so proud because it has went up. People are giving me feedback, and this website was useful and it wasn't like a waste of time. The 10-page research paper that I did was helpful and it wasn't a waste of time like I thought at the beginning. I was so disappointed. I was like, y'all lied to me. I said this wasn't going to be hard. But it was worth it at the end. And before I close out, I want to leave you one question. How important is your child to you? And as I mentioned before, if you don't have a child, how much time do you think a parent should spend with its child every single day, learning about activities, getting involved in school, all of these things? Thank you.
So we have time for questions for Anayeli. We'll start out with the panel and then we can move on to the whole room.
I have a question. Did this project make you want to become an elementary school teacher in the future?
Well, I mean, I still want to become a pediatrician, but my, like, how do I say it? Like, early childhood is really, really important for a child, and I think, like, teaching it is really important, but dealing with more than one child and creating activities, it was really hard. So I still want to become a pediatrician. I mean, it was one of my options when I was little, but it hasn't like changed. Still want to become a pediatrician.
You mentioned that you showed a chart and there was a gap between the, you focused on Caucasian families and Hispanic families, and there were some gaps in regards to, I can't remember it specifically, but there were gaps with the graduation rate, and at the early childhood ages there were some gaps in, what was it again? Reading. Okay. So how do you think, or what are some ideas that you've come up with for closing that gap, in addition to your website?
Well, I want to get, first of all, I want to get parents, Hispanic parents, more involved in the education of the children, which that will be by contacting Hispanic parents and talking about them, about how the early a child starts, it's much better. It doesn't matter if you speak English or if you don't speak English. There's counselors that can help you. That will be my next step if I continue this project, to contact the minority parents who don't speak English.
And have you thought about putting your website in Spanish so that it's
Yes, I
more
have,
accessible for
I
Spanish
have
speakers?
thought about it, and it's really hard to get a translator because sometimes it doesn't work. And I was messing around with it, and it kind of screwed my website, but it was an option.
Okay, so after doing all the research and the feedback you got from the parents, how much time, or what would you advise the parents? How much time to put into the child, or how long for them to be reading with them? What do you think is the best? Like,
Well, across my research, I came that at least 20 minutes is a difference every day. Makes a difference in a child's life if the child spends. Even if it's a night reading stories or anything like that, it does make a sense. You can start reading when the child is really little, because, I mean, they will talk back to you, but you can still tell them and laugh with them, and the child will be laughing, but they do understand you.
any more questions from the panel? Can open it up to everyone else.
Are you going to continue updating this website and putting new articles and new links and such?
Yes. And that's my plan to continue it and to make minorized parents and go beyond to other communities so they can use it as a research.
I was just wondering, you mentioned that you had a mentor from your elementary school. Did you get a chance to observe the classroom for that teacher? What grade was that class?
She was teaching pre-K.
Did you get how was she resourced to you? Did you observe the classroom?
She really helped me because she knew most of the students, and she know what she has in other websites and other research. So she was a helping one that made me think about translating my website to making it Hispanic, non-Caucasian, and taking it longer. But I have went to Manor Elementary, and I see how they teach and how they gather all the students.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say when you sent me the email to look at the website, I was really impressed. It looks like a professional website, like it's something you would find that Scholastic recommended or whatever. So that was a really good job. I was also wondering, so in your drive to be a pediatrician, what is it that you take most from this that you think you would apply to a child medical field that you learned from the project?
Well, I will basically learn that there's more than just taking core classes and